Yippee! 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 Super chat! Hello everybody, welcome! I have not done this streaming thing in a billion years. Let me know if you can hear me. Audio okay everybody? Hello, hello, hello! Welcome! I'm nervous. I don't even know what I'm nervous for. But I'm so nervous to be here, but I'm excited as well. But hello everybody. I guess I should be saying good night since it's almost midnight for me over here. But I hope everyone's been having a good day today regardless of what time it is for you. Welcome in everyone. Hello Sniper, hello Hassa, Smoky, Arara, JonJonH, B-Tag, Silent, Dread, Harper, Nico, Rory, Kami, Mimy. Welcome in everybody. Notorious, hello. I missed you all so much. I know this isn't my regular streaming time. It's a little bit later. So thank you to everyone who stayed up just to see me. If you have to go to bed now, please go to bed. Sleep well, okay? Chaotix, Joel, Vev, hello, Ahmed, hello. Clockman. I show up when you need me the most, it would seem. Naikuma. Yes, please. Sleep if you have to, okay, everyone? Hi, Kawa, Martin. Oh man, it has been a hot second since I have streamed, I guess. DRWR, thank you so much for becoming a Ceravant. Oh my god. Thank you. Do you have a new name or Doctor? Should I call you Doctor? But welcome. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Alright, guys. Check-in time. How's everybody doing? I'm a little bit low energy today, so please don't mind me. I've had a really, really long day, and it is nighttime, so I'm just unwinding from everything that's happened today. Actually, everything that's happened this entire weekend. It's been kind of crazy. Oh gosh, for those of you who have to go to the wage cage, good luck at the wage cage. Have fun. So don't mind me if I sound a little bit less energetic than I normally would. You know, a lot's been going on and I am coping the best that I can. All things considered, you know? Definitely don't have wage cage in the morning. How about those of you who have to go to the wage cage, you just don't? Question mark. Toxie, hello, thank you, and Sarah, hello everyone. How about those of you who are going to the wage cage or currently in the wage cage, just like consider not doing that, you know? I give really good advice, okay? I'm an expert in living, because I'm still alive. Am I dead? No. So why wouldn't you take advice from someone who is still alive? Oh my god, Ada, that is... Oh, good luck with that. I'm so sorry you're going through that right now. Yeah, I make for a very compelling argument. Just don't. What's gonna happen, huh? Are you gonna, like, drop dead? No. Don't even worry about it. Worst comes to worst, you become an anime girl on the internet. Alright. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. So first of all, this isn't gonna be a trauma dumping stream. I'm not gonna trauma dump today. So for those of you freaks waiting to hear me cry, nuh-uh. Ain't gonna happen, bozo. You gotta pay premium for that. Undercover! Yippee! Thank you so much for 3 months! Mwah! Yeah. Exactly. No tears for you. That's way too easy. Total. So yeah, we're not trauma dumping today, but I guess, like, I should talk about what's been happening outside of member streams, because the only time that I've really talked about what happened was in a members only stream, which I did end up cutting because I divulged too much personal information. I divulged my emotional breakdown, and I was just like, do I really want this here? You know, digital footprint and all. So I decided to destroy it. But I felt like it was a little bit unfair to not address it anywhere else, really. So I guess I'll, like, talk a little bit about it, but not overshare. Not overshare and not trauma dump. And, yeah, I'm a very professional carbuncle. Yeah. I'm a corporal VTuber. And I'll give a little bit more updates on what's been going on, what's been happening. Every day is a whole thing. guys. It never ends. It literally just never ends. You think that it gets better, you sit down and you have a little time to yourself, and no, it just actually gets worse. So yeah, man, life. Oh boy. So I'll update a little bit on what's been going on now. But then after that, we'll just yap about some random stuff and go to eat. I'm not expecting this stream to be like 5 hours long because I gotta sleep as well. Who knows what life is gonna throw at me tomorrow, right? So I better get some sleep while I can. But I do really appreciate you for being here tonight. I know it was really random, out of nowhere. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna stream, and it's gonna be at a completely random time. But thank you for being here. Thank you so much. We're gonna get a little bit personal. We're gonna get a little bit intimate. It's gonna be a little bit parasocial, you know? So if you're uncomfortable with that, then you should probably go to sleep. Oh, yeah, gosh. I told myself I'm gonna be totally professional about this, but it's really hard, isn't it? Also, I'm pretty sure, my parents don't want me talking about this. So let me just double check if everybody's asleep. Let's see, shall we? Alright, looks good to me. I think everybody's honking me. So I can talk about whatever family issues I want on the internet for whoever to listen to. I'm gonna make all the family drama totally public. Yeah, coast is clear. It's my time to spill tea. Did I check if my doggo is asleep? My doggo is asleep. My doggo actually went to sleep first. He was like, fuck this shit, I'm going to bed. Like, nobody else even went to their rooms yet, and my dog went upstairs and he was like, I'm eating. Who the fuck cares? No, I'm so serious. Even if I was like actually married, I'm pretty sure like my parents wouldn't want me talking about any of this to my actual like partner. Like if I actually had a partner, I don't think my parents would want my partner to know about this like whatsoever. That's like just the kind of family we are, you know, Asian parents. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Why would you want to share this embarrassing story with people who could judge you, right? Oh, I'm sitting on my blanket. Yeah, we have no emotions. That's just how it works here. This was before everything happened, but I was in one of my Zoom classes, and our professor asked us to like share how our family deals with like grief and death, because the course itself is on grief and loss, right? So everyone went around sharing like either a little family ritual that they had, or like talks they had with their parents. Mind you, a lot of the people in my program are like older white folks, okay? So they had a lot of cool things to share, and when it got to like my turn, I was just like, yeah, actually we don't talk.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
Actually, we don't talk. Logan, thank you. I remember when my maternal grandfather died. That was the first funeral I've ever went to. And I was full on expecting it to be. Hi, Saikin! It's your boy, Saikin! Welcome, Mr. Doctor. Mr. Doctor. But I was expecting the funeral to be like what funerals look like on TV, you know?
Yippee!
Clockman has upgraded their membership to Ceravants. Ooh, who's my cutest little Cockman servant, huh? Mwah, 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 mwah. Thanks, Cockman. But basically what happened was it did not look like the funerals on TV. I was not aware that some of my extended family members were very religious because my parents aren't spiritual or religious at all. They never taught us any of that growing up. So I was there and it was more like a culture shock than anything. Obviously, I was very sad, right? Can I snipe Mr. Doctor? Ooh, YouTube's gonna give you a really hard time. Don't do it. Do not snipe me. Who did YouTube give it to? YouTube decided to give it to no one. Wonderful. Thank you, Ada. Thank you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, damn. I'm never gonna be able to tell my story.
Yippee!
Gosh. Well, gosh, thank you. You guys are really bad. Thiago, thank you.
Yippee!
Well, you guys got some pretty good snipes, honestly. You got some cuties, but you need to practice your aim. I'm not really one to talk, but you should practice your aim, okay? Like, if you have a Pinot, you can practice with a toilet. Rabbit, thank you! Thank you, everybody! Yeah, but basically after that funeral, I was really sad and I was kind of in a state of shock. And my family is like, after the funeral, okay, done. Nobody's supposed to be sad or show any emotions anymore. But I was really young at that time. I was like a tween, okay? And basically my grandma thought I was possessed. Like, when the funeral happened, the spirits crossed into our realm or something, and I got possessed because I was so sad afterwards. And then she exorcised me, basically. She performed some kind of ritual on me to exorcise the demons from me, but I was just really sad and showing an emotion. So yeah, I think that kind of sums up how our family deals with a lot of stress. Did she splash holy water on you? No, they're not like that kind of religious, but they did other stuff. You know, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to accidentally be offensive, since I'm not really sure what they did, but it was just, I don't know. For me, it was a crazy experience because I was just mourning the death of my grandpa, you know? And hello, Amoria! Amoria, my beloved! Hello, hello, hello! Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful stream. I don't know what you guys are up to this time, but I hope it was a whole ton of fun. Please go get some rest. Miss Amoria! And hello, raiders! Everyone, please, go check out Miss Amoria. She is so cute. Every time I talk about Amoria, I'm just like, man, how can someone be just so perfectly adorable? Just like the definition of cute. If you searched up cute in a dictionary, you would see Miss Amoria's face. Right there next to the word. Also, wonderful tasting games. I am never disappointed in Miss Amoria's tasting games. Incredible. Impeccable. Please go show her tons of love. Go check her out. And hello, Reynays! Hello, my name is Cera Luceria. I'm the carbuncle VTuber of GLOBIE's Gen 3 Morvaria. I like ASMR, I like yapping. Today I am having kind of an intimate heart-to-heart with my community. Feel free to stick around if you're into kind of depressing topics. I don't know why you'd be into that, but completely understand if that's not, you know, something you would want to listen to. But yeah. I've had some things happen in my personal life that's been kind of taking a toll on me and my family. I haven't really spoken too much publicly about this yet, so it is kind of like the first time I am publicly talking about this. So I don't know how this is gonna go. But I will not be trauma dumping, as I have already done that. So we're gonna keep this stream professional, or at least as professional as I can. Trigger warnings. I don't know. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's not like I don't think it's really gonna trigger anyone. But this Yap stream is more of like an update stream because I'm talking about my daily life. So if it's not something you want to listen to, I completely understand. Good night, Hassa. Thank you so much for the lake. So yeah, for those of you who have been following my Twitter, you probably saw, well, actually I posted in my YouTube community tab as well, just a couple days late because sometimes I forget that you can do that on YouTube. But yeah, family emergency. So how do I begin? How do I even start? Still a little bit fresh, so still a little bit difficult for me to talk about. But for the people who were at the membership stream, this isn't anything you haven't heard. But happened was, I think this is my second week. So 2 weeks ago, my younger brother, he is quite a bit younger than me. I'm not gonna give his age, but let's just say he's an adult on paper, but still at the age range where you can be like, okay, yeah, that's a kid. You know what I mean? So he's that age range, and he's always had, you know, kind of a turbulent relationship with my mother and my father, with the family, basically. And 2 weeks ago, they had an incident that escalated. Basically, he was on some sort of substance. I'm not sure what he was on. But he got into an argument with my mom. Things escalated. I was there and I did what I could to attempt to de-escalate the situation, but of course, as you know, it is kind of difficult to do that when someone is clearly not in their right state of mind, right? And to give some more context to that, my brother, he's a very big fella. He is 190 centimeters. I don't know how much that is in your American measurements, but my mother and I, we are both quite tiny, with my mom being a little bit taller than me, but we're just both very tiny Asian ladies. Okay, he is a big guy, and it was aggressive. It was not safe. So, you know, one thing led to another. Things escalated, and I had to call the police, basically. And with that, I guess I don't know what happened. You can't really, put rhyme or reason to someone who is clearly not coherent. But one thing led to another. He jumped out of a window. It was not suicide. He did not jump out the window with the intention of killing himself. So that wasn't why he did it, but he jumped out the window and took a pretty bad fall. From that fall, he fractured his right arm, his right leg, his pelvis, his tailbone, and part of his spine, basically. And he has been in the hospital ever since. And, yeah, by the way, I may laugh here and there. Not because I'm happy or like, oh my god, this is so funny. Like, no. I'm coping. It's a really hard situation, and I laugh when I'm nervous. So, yeah, that's what happened. So, since that incident, he's been in the hospital. He's had a couple of surgeries on his fractures, like his pelvis, his arm. Currently, we're not sure what's gonna happen with his spine. You know, spinal injuries are just on a different level. But he's stable. Well, he was stable. Over the weekend, the reason why I was like, I'm gonna stream, and then decided not to stream was because he started getting a fever, so he's still feverish, quite a high fever as well. We don't know if it's like an infection because of his injuries, because of the surgery, or because of like, I don't know, something else. There aren't any doctors. Well, there's one doctor on the weekend, but like nothing was really done on the weekend. He got his blood tested, his urine tested, things like that. But we still don't really know what's going on. But yeah, so that's what happened over this weekend. It was kind of a crazy weekend for us. But it's been a crazy couple of weeks. In the beginning, my mom and we were taking turns going to the hospital, staying there, because he, like, literally can't move, you know? He, like, literally can't even sit up. He's not allowed to, like, move, anything below his shoulders, basically. So we've just been taking turns sitting at the hospital. Nothing we can really do, right? The nurses take care of, like, basically everything, but, like, you know, just in case. We've been taking turns being there. And I think, like, almost a week ago, my dad, who doesn't normally live with us, he lives in a different country because he works in a different country. He had to fly over. You know, I don't know what's going on with his job. Can you really just like leave? I don't know. I'm not even thinking about that right now. But that's like another thing that's happening. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. It's been scary, it's been stressful, it's been just a whole roller coaster of emotions. I'm holding up okay. I think I'm doing a lot better than I was previously. My mom's not taking this too well, you know, yeah, my parents are having it much rougher than I am, but it is what it is, right? That's the situation we're in, and we're taking it slow. We're taking it one day at a time, one step at a time. So that's why I have not been streaming. That's why I haven't been doing much of anything, really. But yeah, so that's the full story. How things go from here, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't know, like, if I'm able to resume a regular streaming schedule anytime soon. You know? Yeah, I'm trying really hard to, like, not be very emotional right now. I've already had my moments of... you know, I already had a difficult moment on stream, and I'm not gonna keep going back to that. I think... yeah, you know... I don't even know what to say. Trying really hard to hold it together, but... there's no point, I guess, in crying on stream every day. You know, I need to move on with my life as well. And... it is what it is. It's hard to talk about. But yeah, that's what happened. And I really, really, really appreciate your patience with me and how sweet you're being with me. Going forward, I don't think I'll really talk about this anymore unless more stuff happens that warrants an update. But, that's what happened. And it really fucking sucks. And... you know, I'm still having a hard time really processing my own emotions. But life goes on. So I will do my best for future streams to be as normal as I can be. You know, I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna be completely unfazed. There may be moments where I am down. There may be moments where I do feel like it's a lot. But I'm gonna do my best to keep it separate from streams. I don't think it's necessary to keep talking about this on stream. I don't think it's necessary to keep crying about it on stream, you know? So, I don't want you to think that I'm like heartless or like totally unfazed by everything that's going on, but that is the face I'm gonna put on in the future in our streams this week, even. And yes, please exercise me. Get rid of all these emotions for me. But yeah, that is the update that I owe you guys. And I really hope that we can have fun, we can have a good time, and we can move past this, you know? Thank you, Anime Craft. Thank you for the soup.
Super chat.
Is it Jose? Jose says. Gra! Thank you so much for the soup. Thank you. I don't really think I'll be answering any questions. I am reading the chat. I don't know. I don't think I'll be answering any questions. But yeah. So that's what happened. Oh my god. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I've had a lot of time to process this. I still haven't like fully processed it yet, but yeah, I don't know. It just really sucks. It just sucks. And I don't know how much more I should talk, because if I keep talking about this, I'm gonna get emotional. And that is not the point of this stream. I'm not here to trauma dump or anything. I just think people deserve to know what happened. People deserve to know an update. But yeah, it's a delicate time. I'm spending as much time with my family as I can. I'm doing what I can with what I have. And it's great to have a doctor in chat. Thanks. But yeah, nothing else I can really do, you know. It already happened. It is what it is. Can cry about it all day, or I can do what I can with the cards that I've been handed, you know? Thank you. I'm trying, but it is what it is. Okay. That was the update part of this stream. Not gonna talk about that anymore because I am going to start crying. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I want to say that you guys have been incredible. Truly, your patience with me and how gentle you've been with me, how sweet you've been with me, how generous and thoughtful you've been with me. It's helped me so much through these last few weeks.
Yippee!
Thiago, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mokosh. Yippee!
Yippee!
Thank you, Mimy. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you, everyone.
Yippee!
You got ace. Nice.
Yippee!
Taco, thank you. Yippee!
Yippee!
You got my shorts editor. You got iMac.
Yippee!
Thank you.
Yippee!
Thank you guys, really. Just as I was saying,
Yippee!
yeah. Nice, thank you for becoming a serotonin. Mwah. You guys have been just so good to me, and I do feel bad, you know. I feel bad that
Yippee!
I'm not able to
Yippee!
do as much as I want to do for all of you, you know. Our 30K celebration, I haven't been able to do that yet.
Yippee!
And there are just so many things that I had planned that, you know, I
Yippee!
unfortunately had to step away from. And it's not fair, you know. It's not fair for me. It's not fair for any of you. But despite all that, thank you for being here with me. A billion kisses. You're so right. You need a horse girl update? Okay, I'll give a horse girl update. I'll also give a donathon update. So horse girls, join Hey Girl, the club. Just search up Hey Girl and join us. I have been playing that game religiously because, you know, when you're at the hospital just sitting there with not much to do, what do? You play horse girl, you know? So yeah, play horse girl with me. I still don't really know how to play the game. Something PvP. You gotta train your horses for PvP or whatever. I don't know. I just watch the horses run and I get happy. So still not really a pro gamer, but club is not full. It's just Hey Girl. Thank you, Thiago. Who would win? 10 serotonin-sized Ceras or 1 Cera-sized Ceratonin? I don't know. Serotonins are pretty teeny tiny in size. I don't know how much 10 serotonin-sized Ceras can do when Cera herself can't accomplish much. So I think the serotonins, the giant serotonin would probably win. Are you 30? What do you think? Am I 30? As for the donathon, that is still in the works. I think we're getting a lot of like the assets for it ready. I don't have a date yet for when I'm gonna have the donathon, but I don't imagine it's going to be like that far out. I'm gonna try to do it as soon as possible because I don't know what's gonna happen. Right? I don't know what's gonna happen. Like how my brother's recovery is gonna go. So I think it's best to have it sooner rather than later. Just in case we might need that money. But that's still in the works, so don't worry about that. It'll happen, and I'll update you guys as soon as I can. When I have, like, concrete information on when it's gonna happen, what it's gonna look like, okay? Thank you guys, truly, thank you. means a lot to me. So originally the donathon was supposed to raise some money for my mom to go back to China because my grandpa is dying. I know, how can so many crazy things happen to this girl all at once? But it do be happening. But obviously that's not gonna happen. So even if he passes away, I don't know, but I guess now the money is just gonna go towards my family. Probably gonna need, depending on how his recovery goes. I'm so hungry, my stomach is like grumbling, but yeah. Depending on how his recovery goes, who knows, right? We may need some money, so it's still gonna happen. Don't worry, I'll still treat myself. I'll definitely treat myself, okay? So... don't worry. Alright, so... thank you guys. Really. It sucks. It really freaking sucks, doesn't it? But it is what it is. I'm gonna eat a piece of candy now. And I am so happy to be here with all of you. Yeah, we ball. Let's just ball. Sometimes bad things happen to people that they don't deserve. I don't think anybody necessarily deserves bad things. Unless you're like a real bitch or something, then maybe we'll see. Providing for a family, not mine. I thought we were married, so technically you are providing for your family. We're married, chat. Did you forget? All right. let's shift the tone and just talk about other things. Now, we literally raised a horse daughter together. We sent her off to college. Be so for real now, guys. I hope our daughter's doing well in college. We have sent many of our children to the glue factory. Oh man, I really haven't even had a chance to like check out the capture card, but I think that I'll do that tomorrow. I do want to stream Mystery Dungeon soon, just to yap and play a chill game to keep my mind off things. Yeah, oh man, thank you for reminding me, JonJonH. Can't ever look at Always the same way again. That's her daughter there. I do. I miss Side Dog, even though he's a freaky little freak. I miss him so much. Have you considered Mystery Dungeon might be cursed? I have, but I think the more likely scenario is that I am cursed. And everything else I touch, therefore, is cursed. Is he allowed to smile yet? No, because when he smiles, he looks like a pervert. Psyduck smiles so cute. You guys suck. The side, it's not slander when it's just the truth, okay? Have you guys seen him? Let's see, other than this huge thing that's been really just overtaking my life right now, what else have I been doing? Playing horse game, you know, and then just watching shows. Plop in my AirPods at the hospital, sit there, and just binge Netflix. So, yeah, there's not really like much I can share. Nothing super interesting has been going on. Is school going okay? Not really. My professors have been really, really nice. They've given me a whole ton of time, extensions, accommodations. So it hasn't been like terrible, okay? Like, I'm not super stressed out about the workload or anything because everyone's super, super sweet. But this is still stuff that I need to learn. So in that sense, it's stressing me out. That I'm not keeping up with the workload and I'm falling behind. So that's kind of stressful, but it is what it is. I recognize that no real use in stressing about that right now. Just deal with what is at hand. But yeah, I'm falling behind in my schoolwork. Nice. I haven't had to worry about my wage cage, my day job, because I'm a teacher and it's summer break and I have very, very, very geniusly decided to not work. summer sessions. So, you know, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I'm glad that I don't have to worry about my wage cage. So I have more time with my family. But also, there's no money. I don't get any money, which sucks. But you guys have been helping me a lot in that aspect, so I'm not quite as worried. Slightly less nice. Yeah. A little bit scary, but it's not like if I don't work for a few months, then I'm gonna go homeless or anything. So don't worry about that. And with the donathon and stuff coming up, I'm hoping that helps out a little bit. So depressing. Everything that comes out of my mouth right now is just so depressing. Unless you spend all your money on horse game, then I'm gonna have a stream and it's gonna be titled announcement. It's gonna be announcement black text on a white background, and I'm gonna show up. Husband, I spent all money on horse game. We are homeless.
Yippee!
I'm not gonna do that, okay? Who do you think I am? I have self-control, guys.
Yippee!
Yippee, Thiago! Thank you! Thank you so much, Thiago. Some pretty good snipes, too.
Yippee!
Yeah, I didn't even have to swipe for,
Yippee!
Well, I really wanted to swipe. But I didn't swipe, okay? Even though I was halfway to a spark for another copy of Kitsa-san Black, I had impeccable self-control so that I did not swipe. So there's no way we would go homeless from Gotcha game. I'm not like that. We're married. You know I'm a responsible carbuncle.
Yippee!
I'm waiting for the donathon. Do you prefer if I call you Jose or Gura? But thank you so much for the soup. Thank you for the support. And Mokash, thank you. Thank you for being a member. How much have I spent on the horse game? Okay, literally, the only money that I have spent on the horse game was because you guys made me. I didn't even want to do it. I didn't even want to swipe. But you guys kept giving me money. And at that point, I felt like I would be scamming you if I didn't swipe. Like, you guys are giving me money for the purpose of swiping. And if I didn't do it, I felt like I would be a scammer. And I didn't even ask you guys, okay? I wasn't like, please, can I have some money to swipe? You guys just gave me the money and told me to do it. So I felt like I had to do it. Okay? I'm not a scammy. So that's the only money I've spent on this game. It's not even an excuse. It's literally what happened. I didn't even say like, oh, can I have some money? I really want to do this gacha. You guys are just like, take this money and do it. So I had to. Could I have kept that money for something else? Quite possibly. It could have helped me out in different ways. But like, I had to do it, okay? I'm not a liar on the internet. If you give me money to buy something, I'll buy it. Oh, Segura. Cute. Yeah, I could have gotten an entire chicken sandwich. You guys do have that power. Terrible, terrible. Yeah, I could have door-dashed a meal. And yet, you made me gamble on horses. Terrible people. I don't know. I'm not saying that you guys are like a bad influence or anything, but I'm kind of saying that you're a bad influence. Good night, Gojira! Sleep well! At least you guys are cute, so it makes up for it, okay? I think you're super duper cute. And despite being bad influences, I don't know. I feel like you guys are good people. Crazy, right? I know. I know. I think after all this, it's been proven that you guys are actually decent people. Kind of crazy, right? Maybe a little bit weird. You may be a little bit freaky.
Is this really for me? Thank you.
Thank you, Taco. Thank you, Papa. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for feeding me. Yeah, like, honestly, if I'm gonna sit here and be for real with you guys, you're quite decent. You may be a little bit cringe. You may be a little bit of a pervert. Some of you might be a little bit, I don't know, fucked in the head, but you're decent. I wouldn't say I mind putting up with you at all or anything like that. You're usually not for real. I mean, I'd never lied on the internet, so... Yeah, you get a passing grade, and I tolerate you very, very much. You know, at the end of the day... No, I'm getting emotional again. But at the end of the day, you're more than just chat to me, you know? I don't want to get emotional again, but... I'm blessed to have such incredible, silly little dudes like you guys. Our government name is chat room. Honestly, like, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. But you're still here for me. You still like me, I think. So I think I'm winning, despite all the terrible things that's going on in my life. Just having this space with all of you, I feel really blessed.
Super chat.
Jose, thank you! Thank you so much! Thank you for the soup. No, I don't want to cry, but Just know I appreciate you. I think it's hard, you know, sometimes. I don't want to complain. I think like I have it really good because you guys are honestly incredible. Doesn't matter how long you've known me for, how long you've been a Ceratonin for. Thiago, thank you. Bald head is hard. It's true. My cute little baldies. I love you guys. Mwah. But genuinely, like, I don't want to say every single one of you because there are some weirdos, or maybe just one guy. I don't know. Maybe there's just one guy that really, really hates me and just keeps sending weird morals. But you know, you're on the internet. Sometimes you're gonna get haters. I feel honored whenever I get a hater, honestly, but that's not the point. I want to say most of you have just been such incredible people, and I don't want to complain about that because there's nothing for me to complain about, you know? Might be. It's always just one guy. Can we nickname him Kevin? People are gonna be like, who the fuck is Kevin, huh? Is Kevin your boyfriend? Actually, Kevin is a minion from the Minions, or Despicable Me. Yeah, and Kevin really likes bananas. But my favorite minion isn't Kevin, by the way. My favorite minion is Bob. Bob is just so cute. Bob is the best minion ever. So I would rather not have minion Kevin as my boyfriend. I would rather have minion Bob. Well, Bob is kind of like a kid, so I don't know if I want minion Bob as my boyfriend or my son. You know, kind of hard to differentiate when they're all minions. Hi, Mion. What a wonderful time for you to join us. Hello, Miss Mion. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful stream. What were you guys up to? What a timing. Sorry, I was just talking to chat about my greatest haters, and chat wanted to name my hater Kevin, but I said Kevin is the name of a minion. And that's how we got talking about my favorite minion, which is Bob. Bob the Minion is my favorite minion, and I may or may not date Bob the Minion. I dream of being Gru. I mean, Gru has a happy family. Who wouldn't dream of being Gru, right? Oh my god, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time playing Minecraft, my love. Do not craft one thing. That's me whenever I play Minecraft because I don't know how to fucking play Minecraft, guys. Thank you so much for being your community over, everyone. Please. Can tier 5 subs be called Kevin? I don't want tier 5 subs to be called Kevin because I like Bob better than Kevin. Stop. But everyone, please check out Mion. I love Mion so much. She looks so edible. She's so gummy and jelly like that. She's my greatest friend. And you know, she's a real one. So check out her stuff. She's super funny. She is kind of crazy, a little bit insane. But I love that about her. I love that about our girl Mion. And Cera Luceria. My name is Cera Luceria. I'm the carbuncle VTuber of GLOBIE's Gen 3 Mornvaria. I like ASMR. I like yapping. This is more of like an update stream where I just went over my family emergency with everyone. So I'm still feeling a little bit, you know, emotional. Still a lot of things for me to process. So I apologize if I'm not as enthusiastic or as energetic as you probably expect me to be, but you know, life sucks, bro, and I'm an El Bozo. But what was I saying before we started talking about dating minions? I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I had a choice, I would not choose to date any of the minions, but I'm not writing off Gru. If I had like a hear me out cake, I feel like I could put Gru on there. I'm not like crazy about Gru or anything, but if I had to pick between a minion like Kevin or Gru, I would probably pick Gru. Gru doesn't just have a girlfriend. Gru has a whole ass wife, 3 adopted girls, and a son that he had with his wife. I know minion lore because I work with kids, so it's kind of hard to not know minion lore, but also I had a minion phase myself. All the minions as a bundle or Gru? Which would you take? Like, am I fighting them in a death match, or are you asking me like, would you rather marry all the minions or just Gru? Listen, how did you not know I was into baldies when all the serotonins are bald? Duh. Would I rather have a minion harem or would I rather have just a regular bald guy? Answer for both? Well, you know, although the minion lore was retconned, so they no longer worked for Hitler, but they have worked for some quite evil villains in the past, right? Like the minions are baddies. They're not like they're only like silly because they're with Gru right now, but what? Yeah, you guys didn't know? You guys didn't know this about the minions? But they were the goons. Yes, they are literally the goons, the gooners, for some quite evil people in history. And they, you know, whenever their evil overlord falls, they move on to the next evil overlord, and that's how they met with Gru, because Gru also wanted to be a villain. So, yeah. So, Gru started off as a villain. He wanted to steal the moon. Yeah, so I don't think I could take on all of the minions in a fight. Yeah, personally, I don't know. I wouldn't work for Hitler, but that's just me. But so I think I would rather take my chances with Gru, because he's like just a family man now, and although he does have some pretty sick moves because I don't know, he's working as an undercover superhero now or something. I don't know, but I think I would have better chances of beating just a guy as opposed to goons who gooned for Hitler. I don't know. And I may be an epic gooner myself, but I don't think I could outgoon the gooner minions. So I think to answer the other question, I would pick Gru as well. I don't know. They're literal goons. They just take themselves out. I don't know. Apparently they're pretty competent. I think they're just incompetent because Gru is like so unserious with it, you know? Like maybe if Gru was a little bit more locked in, then they would be more competent. But like, I'm serious. They built like crazy weapons. Yeah, the nuclear bomb, you know, probably, yeah, they say it's Oppenheimer, but I think it was the minions. I don't know. Who knows, right? I'm just saying, I don't think I could... I don't think I could beat him. I mean, yeah, they did have like an evil scientist there to help them, but he was an old guy. There's no way he was building the stuff on his own. Didn't the minions take out Napoleon through sheer incompetence? No, the weather took out Napoleon. If I had the ability to, I would also make a fart gun. But I don't have that ability. Too many accidents. They also killed Dracula. I think Dracula was killed because he really wanted to sleep with this one lady, and then he slept with that one lady for way too long, and then the sun came up. So he got killed by Snoo. I think that's, I don't know. Did the minions force him to stay there for that long? Maybe. Who knows? But, yeah. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. If we ever see a serial farter in the news, we'll know it's you. It's me after I drank milk. No. Shh. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. As long as you're not a vampire, I don't think that's something you have to worry about. Yeah, okay, so I was saying... You know, I think, like, not to complain, but I guess technically I'm complaining, but you're here, so... Don't be here then if you don't want to hear me complain, bozo! I don't know, I think it's hard being, like... an ASMR streamer, or I guess an ASMR artist, you know? I think when people think of ASMR, they already have like this preconceived notion of what that looks like. And I don't know, I think it's difficult to not really fit into that box. I'm not saying I don't. I think typically everything is pretty standard here, but I don't know. I just think I got really lucky with all of you. I think I've been just really blessed with such adorable serotonins who are here for me, regardless of everything else, you know? I think it's just hard enough just being an ASM artist and coming out and being like, yeah, you know, actually I'm going to debut in this mixed gender corpo. I think a lot of people already like wrote me off from the get-go. But in a sense, like, maybe that's good, you know? I don't know. I just think I got really lucky with all of you, and sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it, but you always prove me wrong. Thank you. I mean, like, I don't know. We're married, right? Like, I'm your wife. I'm your girlfriend. I'm your wife. And you love me. And I love you. So I'm gonna sit you down and I'm gonna tell you. Husband. Your wife will have male co-workers. Your wife will talk to men. Listen, I know. That's so scary, isn't it? Oh, dude, can you believe it? But I just want you to know that even though men exist in this world, which is quite unfortunate, but they do. Honestly, like, not even just like a joke or anything, but like, honestly, I am only looking your way. Like, not to be like cringe or anything like that, but seriously, you don't even know how much I appreciate you. And I'm so happy that you found me and I found you. Lots of streamers out there, lots of people who do what I do. that you found your way to me. And I see you. And I really do love you. So, if you're gonna get the real girlfriend experience, then I'm gonna have to tell you the real truth.
Yippee!
Sorry, got emotional, so now I had to calm down. No longer emotional because I don't have emotions. But Eden, thank you so much for becoming a Ceratonin. Mwah, 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 mwah. It is true. I can't show any more emotions, otherwise I'm gonna get exorcised again. And I do not want to be exorcised again. I like all of the demons that possess me. This is a joke, please do not possess me. This is not an invitation. Don't call up Satan.
Super chat.
Chill, I'm chill. I'm so chill. Thank you for the soup. Yeah. Like, seriously, I'm a VTuber, and like, I know there are so many things wrong with me. You think that just because I'm gonna talk to another VTuber, that I would ever, like, no offense, but I would never, ever date a VTuber. Like, oh my god. Holy moly. I'm just saying. That is so gross. Sorry if you're in chat and you're a VTuber, by the way. Sorry. All serotonins that are also VTubers immediately start writing their graduation announcements. Yeah, we can only get married if you graduate. So sorry. I'm not saying that like I'm possessive or anything, but if we're like dating and you're being cringe on the internet, I think I would just kill myself. Can I say that? Which also means that Don't be cringe on the internet. Like, only I can be cringe on the internet. Okay? I have to take all the cringe in this relationship. Yeah, I will carry the burden of being cringe for all of you. I don't even know why we're talking about this. Oh, right! I was talking about this because I wanted to let you know that you guys are special and kind of cool and kind of silly, you know, You let me do what I like doing. You like me... You like me for who I am, and... that's enough for me, you know? Kind of rad. Okay, fine. You're allowed to be cringe, but only with me, okay? I don't want you being cringe from the entire world, like... God. Only I'm allowed to do that, okay? It's nice getting to talk with you guys. I didn't come to this stream with my list of topics I wanted to yap about, but I'm having fun. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves too. If you keep buttering me up like this, well, we're married, so you're gonna have to play League of Legends. That was part of the contract that you signed when we got married. But thank you for 3 months.
Yippee!
Yeah, you guys should always read the contracts, even the fine print, okay? The TOS. You gotta read that shit. Now you're legally required to play League of Legends with me. Are we allowed to be bad at League? Yes, we can be bad at League of Legends together. I can't physically play any multiplayer games? I don't care! Yeah, good!
Super chat.
Thank you for the soup! Which one of us is playing jungle? The person who hates themselves the absolute most will be jungling in her games. I wonder who that is. Any self-loathers? Are you guys all jungle mains? Damn. All of chat just turned out to be jungle mains. I think that's like, I don't know, I think that's so... You can really tell that you love someone when you say, I'll jungle for you. That's like true love right there. True unconditional love. Willing to play jungle. I mean, you do have a League of Legends profile picture, so that makes sense, XG. Yeah, who would willingly put themselves in jungle, huh? But every game we play, we have to match skins, and we have to be disgusting and cringe, and have matching usernames, and I don't know. And then people are gonna be so pissed off when we both run it down, but that's okay, because we're gonna be emoting all lovey-dovey emotes and stuff, and people are gonna be pinging us to kill ourselves. But we're still in love, so it's okay. And we'll meet in the middle and play Pokemon Unite. How about that? Yeah. Instead of just like sending it to just team or like just DMing it to each other, even though we're probably like on Discord or something, we're gonna flirt in all chat for everybody, not just our team, but for the enemy team to see as well. We're gonna keep flirting with each other. And people are gonna hate us so bad. They're just gonna be so jealous. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I hate it when I have to play with those people. Especially because, like, I play support, and, sometimes the other e-girls don't get to play support with their e-boys. So I'm the support instead, and I'm supporting the e-boy, and the e-girl is somewhere else. And then they just get so mad at me, and I'm like, I'm just trying to play League of Legends here, guys. I don't know. Yeah, so I just need to become one of those people instead. It's true. Yeah, good thing there's no in-game voice. I don't play like Valorant or anything with in-game voice chat, so I don't actually know what that's like, but I imagine that must be so much worse having to actually physically hear their voices. I would throw up on the spot, actually. Valorant is the true e-dating game? No, my only exposure to Valorant... Okay, this is gonna date me. People are gonna be like, damn, girl, you're so fucking old. But, I got recommended this video of, no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. But, you know, Baekhyun? He is from EXO, so he's a K-pop star, and he is actually the voice of Ezreal in Heartsteel. So, Paranoia, he sang Ezreal's lines. And he has... I didn't know this. I don't really follow him. I used to be when I was younger. Yeah, see, this is gonna date me. When I was younger, I was really like a huge EXO fan. But now I've fallen out of the loop. Now I'm way too old. I don't fucking know what kids listen to these days. Is it still BTS? No, BTS is old now. I don't fucking know. Anyway, well, I didn't know that he had like a YouTube channel where he just streams on for some reason, and I got recommended his video of him streaming from the Riot Games headquarters, and I was like, oh, is it for like... I thought it was like a Heartsteel, like, I don't know, collab promotion or something, because he's literally Ezreal's voice actor. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I clicked it, and he was fucking playing Valorant. Like, what? And he was playing Valorant. I think he was at the Riot Games headquarters in the States, right? So he was playing Valorant on the NA server or something, and he was playing with a bunch of randoms that didn't know they were playing with him, and he had voice comms on, and I was like, oh my god, what the... What? And his name, his like Valorant username was just his name. It was just Baekhyun, okay? And I think it was a girl who was like, Are you actually Baekhyun from EXO? It was so cringe. I almost died. Imagine just like playing Valorant with your homies. You're like, okay, let's play some Valorant. Yeah, cool, okay. Boom. Ezreal's in your Valorant game, and he's really freaking bad. I don't know. I think that was like his first game. I think he only played one game of Valorant and then one game of League. I didn't actually watch through the whole thing. I just skimmed through it. But he was bad. But I don't know. They recognized him, and I was like, this has to be staged, right? Like, no way kids these days know who he is. I guess it wasn't staged. Yeah. And then the girl asked him to say like happy birthday to like one of her friends because like her friend is like a big fan of him or something. And then they like kept like badgering him, and eventually he was like focus game, stop talking, focus game. Yeah, if I just wanted to play League of Legends and my team just kept asking me to do free cameos, I would also tell them to shut the fuck up and focus on the game, okay? It was very silly. Good night, Mokosh! Yeah, imagine being a tryhard when girls are just excited to play with you, like, Jesus. And this is why you're not popular amongst the kids anymore these days. But as I was saying, at the hospital, I've been watching a lot of shows, so like also a lot of random YouTube videos like this one. But I don't know who you're talking about, and I've accepted that. I watched... Okay, I started watching the new season of Love is Blind. I don't even know what season it is. I watched a couple of the earlier seasons, but like my classmates, they just will not shut up about Love is Blind. Like every time we meet up, they're like, oh my gosh, have you seen this new season of Love is Blind? And they don't just watch like the regular Love is Blind. They also watch like, oh, have you seen Love is Blind Sweden? And I'm like, no, I've not seen any of those. So I finally caved, and I was like, okay, in order to mingle with my older peers, I must watch this Love is Blind show. So I did like it when it first came out. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, I really like stupid reality TV shows, but it just kept going on. There's so many seasons. I was like, this is the same thing over and over again. So what it is a social experiment to test if love is blind. So they have a group of girls and a group of guys. Well, this is a regular Love is Blind. They also have like a queer Love is Blind where they don't split it up by genders like that. But we're just gonna talk about the regular one, okay? So they split it up by gender, and then they go into these pods to talk to each other. It's basically like e-dating. You're like separated in the room by like this screen, and you can only hear each other's voices. You can't see what the other person looks like. And they have dates that way. It's like e-dating. It's so totally just e-dating. You don't see the person. You're not supposed to talk about like your appearance either. And you're just supposed to get to know the other person. And you can go on as many dates with as many people as you want. But if you actually form a connection, okay, here's where I think it's like kind of stupid, okay? If you form a connection, you're supposed to propose. Like, I don't know about you. Maybe I'm like old-fashioned or something. I can't imagine saying, okay, I'll marry you after going on like 5 e-dates. Yeah, so you have to get on one knee and you propose, and that's if the other person says yes, that's the only way that you're allowed to meet each other. Yeah, so once you're engaged, they bring you out of the pods and you can see each other. You see each other face to face. And the next phase of this experiment is they put you and the person that you're engaged to in like this resort. It's a honeymoon. And you're supposed to go on a honeymoon with them. You're supposed to live with them for like, I don't know how long. Maybe it's like a week or something. And then I don't remember because I haven't watched it in a really long time. But I think after the honeymoon, you actually go back to like one of their apartments and you live together for like another week. Outside of like that hotel honeymoon vibe, you're supposed to live with that person. And then at the end of all of that, is your wedding. And then at the wedding, you're supposed to be like, is love truly blind? If you actually get married, that means, yay, love is blind. If you say, no, actually, I don't really like you after living with you, then love is not blind. It's really stupid, but it's entertaining if you like watch maybe like one season of it. But it's the same thing over and over again, and there are so many seasons. And I don't know, my classmates love it. They will not stop talking about it. They follow like the people on Instagram and like social media, and they're like, yeah, this couple is like still together. And I'm just like, yep, this is very interesting. So I started watching the newest season just so I could have something to talk about with these people, and I fell asleep like immediately. I fell asleep on that freaking hard ass hospital chair, and my back broke. It was just, I could not. Yeah, it was funny. I think like the concept is interesting. But yeah, proposing to someone you've only gone on like e-dates with is crazy. And then like choosing to marry them after like a few weeks of living together, even crazier. But there are actually, according to my classmates, there are actually quite a few couples who have stayed together for like years. So I don't know, I guess it works. Well, you know, reality TV shows, it's always just like people go on there. It's not real. Like they stage most things, right? But it's probably people who want clout. If you can get on a TV show, you can probably have your own social media afterwards, right? And if it works for them, it works for them. And if it creates good drama, it creates good drama. But yeah, I'm just really surprised that people are still together from that show, right? Think like, okay, you do this for the clout. Maybe you stay together for a few months after the show ends, and then you break up and go do your own thing. But no, there are seriously people who are still together, and that's what boggles my mind the most. I think it's like the same thing with like 90 Day Fiancé. I was really into 90 Day Fiancé as well a couple years back. I think like during the pandemic I was going crazy on that 90 Day Fiancé binge. But there are still couples from 90 Day Fiancé that are together. I think like 90 Day Fiancé is a little bit more believable, especially like the earlier seasons, because it was honestly just like older people who wanted to get married and they wanted you know, their spouses from different countries to actually come live with them and see how that goes. Like I think a lot of couples from the beginning of that show are still together, which I think is still crazy, but more believable than people from Love is Blind. Okay, well, Big Ed, you know, I don't really know what Big Ed's deal is. Clearly, he's doing it for the clout, but it's just really sad. No Neck Ed, every time I see him, I just feel really sad for him. I don't know, it gets to a point, you know? Yeah, the No Neck Ed memes, oh, good times when times were simpler. Yeah, he was like an internet sensation. He was crazy. What's your ring size? I don't know. I've like never gotten my ring size measured. I don't even know what they do. Do they just like wrap a string around you? I don't know. When I went ring shopping with my dad because he wanted to get a ring for my mom, they used like those ring sizers, I think, and I tried them on, but I still could not really find my ring size. I think I'm anywhere between like a 4 to a 5, but I don't know what that means. Like a 4 or 5 what? 4 or 5 eggs? But there you have it. Maybe even a 3. The guy said, he was helping my dad, but I was trying it on and he was like, wow, you have the smallest fingers I've ever seen. And I was like, thanks. I do have baby hands, so I guess that makes sense. Whoa, 9.5? I don't really know how to count, but like a 9 is bigger than like a 3, right? Speaking of trashy reality TV shows, dude, I've always been so like self-conscious about my hands. I just feel like they look so tiny, and I don't know that when I think of pretty ladies and hands, they always have like really slender fingers, and because my hands are so tiny, my fingers look really like stubby, and I don't know, I have big ass knuckles, so I always feel the need to get longer nails to compensate. I don't know, but you guys have helped me feel a lot better about my hands and my fingers, just like how you've helped me feel a lot better about my voice. So I guess I'm gonna say like thanks or something. I don't know. You guys are kind of sweet. That's so cute, Mimy. No, I'm so serious, Chaotix. I can't hit certain keys on my keyboard without struggling. So it's so difficult for me to play games like keyboard or controller. It's just difficult because my hands are so tiny. No, it's not cute. It sucks. I can never be an epic gamer. And I wanted to learn piano when I was younger. I know my parents didn't force me. I ended up playing the flute, but I wanted to play the piano, and they were like, your hands are so small, this is gonna be really hard for you, especially because I didn't learn it when I was a kid. I wanted to learn it when I was a bit older, and they were like, yeah, this is gonna be really hard since you know your hands aren't that flexible because you weren't playing since you were a baby and your hands are so tiny. And I'm like, okay, buddy. I guess I will never be full Asian because I don't know how to play the piano. Yeah, and then after the piano, my second choice was actually violin. And they said the exact same thing. They said it's gonna be even harder for me to learn the violin. So I was like, okay, what can I learn? They're like, you could try the flute because you don't have to stretch your fingers that much, but it's still gonna be a little bit hard because you still kind of have to stretch your fingers. I was like, okay, whatever, fuck me up, just give me the flute, I don't care. And I learned how to play the flute. Have I looked into custom keyboards? I have, but only in the sense of like ASMR, because I like listening to the ASMR keyboard clicky clicks. But I've never really looked into like building my own keyboard or anything. I do like the flute. I'm glad I ended up learning the flute. It was much easier for me to carry around with me when I had like when I had like band and like classes and stuff, you know. It's compact, it's small, it's easy to clean. I don't have to deal with a reed or anything. And you don't really need too many repairs for the flute, so I'm glad I ended up learning that. Clarinet, that is a nerd instrument, you Squidward. The only thing I can play is YouTube videos. That's pretty much what I am now, you know? I haven't touched my flute in years. Do I feel bad about it? Yes. But also, no, there's no also. I just feel bad about it. I haven't touched it in years. I don't even know if I can still play. You hate ball sports? I played badminton. I know that's not a ball. But I've also very, very briefly taken like a tennis lesson when I was younger. I wouldn't say I'm quite scared of tennis balls, but any ball bigger than a tennis ball, I don't know, like a soccer ball, a basketball, a dodgeball, scare the shit out of me. This is true. Should try on stream. Okay, but I don't know. That sounds really hard because first of all, I stream in the middle of the night. I imagine if I started playing, just going crazy on my flute right now, everybody would be very mad at me. Then if I had a stream in the middle of the day and I decided to play on my flute, I think my mom would be questioning me. She would come up here and she'd be like, Sarah, why are you doing that? You know. She's gonna be like, you sound so awful now. You should go take flute lessons again. Oh my gosh, I paid for 10 years of flute classes for you and this is what you sound like? Buddy. She sounds like that? That's how I imagine she sounds like whenever she's being rude to me. That's right. Don't be mean to me or else you sound like that in my head. Right, I want to talk about another reality TV show. I know we've moved past that topic, but I'm bringing it back. Another really trashy reality TV show that I enjoyed. Okay, whenever I say I enjoyed, it basically means I've only ever watched like one season of it. As soon as it gets renewed for more seasons, I'm like, man, this is the same shit. I don't want to watch this anymore. But another one I really enjoyed was called The Ultimatum. It's also on Netflix. It is so fucking stupid. Basically, if you're in a loving relationship, but one of them thinks that they should get married, and another one of them thinks that no, I'm not ready to get married yet. You bring that couple onto the show and basically give them an ultimatum. You're like, okay, at the end of this experience, either you get married or you have to break up. And this experience is basically you put a bunch of these couples together and you tell them that for the duration of this experiment, they are single and they can mingle and have dates with the other people. So, throughout the experience, you can drop out at any time you want. But what happens is, in the initial phase, you're supposed to form connections with other people there. Once you form these connections, the second phase is that, yes, this is just the NTR series. The second phase is that these new connections, these new couples, they are put into an apartment together and they have to live together for a bit. And then at the end, you go back and you live with your original partner. And then you decide, do I want to get married to my original partner? Or do I want to break up? Or do I want to explore the connection I had with this other person that I lived with on the show? It is so crazy. Okay, obviously I know reality TV shows, everything is staged, right? Like it's not real, but I just ignoring that, like just really immersing myself in that experience was crazy. And it, like, there's so much drama. I mean, this is why people watch it, right? Because, like, there were couples that just, like, literally, there's cameras everywhere. They film you when you're sleeping. So it gets caught on camera if you're cheating and you're, like, sleeping with your new partner. And then your old partner gets shown this and they're live reacting to it. It's like, this is so crazy. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was insane. Like, what sane person signs up for this? I understand maybe you're like going crazy in your relationship because you want to get married and your partner is not ready. to get married and you want to do something about it. You want to give them an ultimatum. Okay, do it on your own time. But going on this crazy reality TV show and then expecting to come out of it married? Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, I can't imagine they were in very healthy relationships. No, Smoky, that's a different one. I think that one is called Love Island. I've never seen that one before because it's not on Netflix. But, so Smoky is talking about another trash reality TV show. But that's a Spanish version. And basically what happens is the same thing, but they get put on an island with a bunch of really sexy single people, and you're just supposed to put your partner to the test or something. And then if your partner cheats, they have like these get-together nights where they review all the footage, and it just puts you on blast. Like, okay, you, Smokey, your partner, she slept with A, B, C, and D, and now we're gonna roll the tapes. Yeah. Is it no, I don't think it's Temptation Island. Is it Temptation Island? I think that's a different one. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, Temptation Island then. I don't know. Maybe that's a different one? I don't remember. There's so many of them. There's also like Too Hot to Handle, and one where they put like, there's a Wincest one as well where you put siblings there. There's so many of them. But it was, yeah, there's this one clip going around Twitter where this lady just kept sleeping with people, and her boyfriend went like crazy. Like, he was just like sobbing. Like, he started running down the beach and he was like sobbing, like full on, just like having a breakdown. Like, this is acting, and this is very, very impressive acting. But if it's not acting, this is kind of sad, and everyone's laughing at them. No, so it's technically like not like incest or anything, but you're supposed to come onto the show with like your siblings. I think that's the one. You come onto the show with your siblings, and you're supposed to wingman your sibling with the other sibling pairs. It's just all very weird, and it was like borderline towing that Wincest. I didn't really watch that one because that felt weird. But there was also another one with MILFs. Yeah. Kala knows what I'm talking about. There was this one with, there's a MILF one where basically you're supposed to come onto the show with your son, and the mom is supposed to get with one of the younger sons, and the son is supposed to get with one of the MILFs on the show. And I don't know, it was also very weird. It's like, you're like seeing your son hit on someone your age, and as a son, you're seeing your mom hit on someone your age. It was just very uncomfortable. Yeah, it was very uncomfortable. I don't know, man. I don't know who comes up with these things, but it's crazy. To Sarah or not to Sarah? 12 Sarahs in a room, but will you choose the correct one or fall for deception? No love for dopes? I don't know why. I don't know if they've ever made one that's the other way around with like DILFs and like younger ladies, but I suppose it would be a little bit weird because the MILF one was already a little bit weird, but I guess it was more socially acceptable. Because the sons were young. They weren't like in their 30s. They weren't like 30-year-old sons. They were like 20, like freshly 20-year-old sons, and their moms were like 40, 50. It was a little bit weird. It was a little bit uncomfortable. I think if it was the other way around, it might be illegal even. Not saying this shouldn't be illegal. I don't have those double standards. I'm just saying the reason why they don't have it the other way around is probably because we live in a society. Joe Schmo, fake reality TV show for everyone but one guy. It's kind of like what the heck? The name just like escaped me. I've never seen that. No. Oh yeah, there are a lot of really weird like boy moms, especially. I don't know. I think it's like a lot of the younger generation too, where I've worked with some of these crazy boy moms. It's not fun. It's not fun. I think that we should all try to be a little bit more normal about our children. I know that can be a little bit hard, but I think in the long run that would be good. What's up, boy mom? You know, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I think like on TikTok, mostly on social media, where the moms are all like, to the future wife of my son, you have to do this to be good enough for my son. Like those vibes, you know? It's just really weird. Like, that's gonna be your son's wife, not another mom. And also, like, oh no, you're not good enough for my son. My son deserves this. And things like, oh, if I fell into the ocean with my son's girlfriend, my son should save me first because I'm the only woman that he should love, like that. Blah 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 blah. A whole ton of that. You know, maybe we should all try to be a little bit more normal. And not strive to be like that really weird copy pasta where it was like, having a daughter is the greatest cuck. Maybe don't do that. Yeah. It's a copy pasta. I can't even comprehend it, but I suppose that there are people out there who think that way. Yeah, can't use sense and logic when dealing with those people, you know? The copy pasta and something along the lines of like, can you imagine being a dad and having a daughter that you've raised for 18 years just to like deliver to someone else for them to defile? Like your sweet, precious, innocent princess. You're just serving up on a silver platter. Yeah. It was... Yep. Maybe I can Google it. Having a daughter is biggest copy pasta. I'm gonna read it, okay? Full disclosure, this is not coming from me. I'm reading a copy pasta right now, okay? Is having daughters The ultimate cuckoldry? I cannot think or comprehend of anything more cucked than having a daughter. Honestly, think about it rationally. You are feeding, clothing, raising, and rearing a girl for at least 18 years. Solely so she can go and get ravished by another man. All the hard work you put into your beautiful little girl. Reading her stories at bedtime, making her go to sports practice, making sure she had a healthy diet, educating her, playing with her. All of it has one simple result. Her body is more enjoyable for the men that will eventually beep her in every hole. Raise the perfect girl? Great! Who benefits? If you're lucky, a random man who had nothing to do with the way she grew up who marries her. He gets to beep her tight beep every night. He gets the benefit of her kind and sweet personality that came from the way you raised her. As a man who has a daughter, you are literally dedicating at least 20 years of your life simply to raise a girl for another man to enjoy. It is the ultimate and final cuck. Think about it logically. The end. Can we? Who wrote this? I don't fucking care if this is a meme. I don't care if like this person wrote it as like a shit post, as like, I don't know, rage bait. I don't care. Like, just being able to come up with that is crazy to me. If I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna drop another truth bomb on you guys. If there is any single one of you in chat who even just a little teeny tiny bit relate or agree with this copy pasta I just read, do yourself a favor, do your wife a favor if you ever have one, and do everybody a favor, and do not ever have kids or go close to any kid ever. Thank you. I really like referencing it because it's really funny, and I think that if you are gonna be cringe, you deserve to be laughed at. And the original post, I know it's a copy pasta now, but the original post was posted on Reddit. Man, Reddit's so funny. Yeah, no, most normal Redditor You know, sometimes it's really funny, and I like to type in Reddit at the end of all my searches just to make sure that it's real people giving me opinions sometimes, you know? It was actually stolen from 4chan? I don't know how that site works, but I've heard that it is scary over there, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was stolen from that site. Tis a silly place. I don't know if I would call it silly. But whatever, you know. Yeah, I don't even like to like acknowledge that place exists. um But to each their own, you know, some people go on Reddit, some people are Discord mods, and some people go on that site. And if that's where you find your comfort, that is where you find your comfort. Yeah. I can't really yuck your yum because I'm a VTuber on the internet. Yeah, there are skeletons in everyone's closets, and as long as you keep your stuff there where I can never see it, I honestly don't care, you know? I don't know. I just think like my streams, it's not a place to like talk about who's right, who's wrong, who's more morally correct, who's virtue signaling the most. I don't care. As long as you are a silly Billy with me, as long as you're cute, whatever, right? As long as we're here to have a good time. I don't care what you do on your off time. Unless, of course, I don't know, you're Hitler, then I would like to have a word with you and maybe no longer talk to you after that. But, other than that, I think we're good. I mean, just don't let me know. If I don't know, then it can't hurt me, right? If I don't know that you're actually Hitler, then what am I supposed to do about that, right? Just don't tell me. What if you employed minions? Okay. I'll save the minions from your clutch. That's what I'm gonna do. Ugh, big stretch. Ugh. Ugh. Well, I don't even know what we were talking about. I kind of like don't... I've never had a filter, in case you didn't know. If you've watched any of my streams, you should know that by now. I just say whatever comes to my mind. But I think it is just so much worse when I am incredibly stressed and going through bunch of very traumatic shit. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Yeah, I hope it was interesting at least, all the tangents that we went on. I imparted some reality TV show trash knowledge onto you guys. Good night, Ace. We'll probably call it a night today too. Yeah, we learned some forbidden minion lore. We talked about crazy NTR reality TV shows. I gave you the real GFE experience, SMH my head. That was crazy. It was crazy. Just this is what distance does to me, you know? I just want to tell you everything, every single thing that even remotely is interesting to me. Even though it's probably not all that interesting at all, and you probably don't give a fuck. But like, I just like sharing all of that with you. 2 hours and no bathroom breaks in between. Okay, so here's the I've been training, I guess, because apparently only patients are allowed to use the bathrooms in the hospital room. I don't know what it's called, hospital ward that my brother is in. So for us family members, if we gotta use the bathroom, we gotta go all the way outside. We have to leave the actual ward area and use like a public bathroom, and that's always really dirty. I don't even fucking know why, but I've been forbidden from peeing. It is a shared room, yes, but like it's empty 95% of the times, because first of all, this is on a trauma ward, so most people on this ward have injuries that don't allow them to get up and walk around to go to the actual bathroom. So they do their due in the bed because they're not allowed to move. So I'm not allowed to go piss, girl. It's been very difficult. Yeah, like nobody even uses the bathroom. Because nobody can get out of bed to use the fucking toilet. Da, da, da. But I do actually gotta pee soon. Maybe this is a good cutaway for my pee break. I'm gonna pee, I'm gonna come back, we're gonna yap a little bit longer, and then I'll give out the kisses to the Ceravants, because I actually had the chance to look through the list. So thank you to everyone who became a Ceravant this month and have continued to be Ceravants for me. You've helped me out a lot. I will show you the appreciation that you deserve. But first I'm gonna pee. Go piss, girl! Okay, be right back. I'm always paranoid that I'm gonna forget to mute my microphone because my bathroom is like right next to my PC. Like, you're just gonna hear me tinkle. If that ever happens, you have to yell at me, okay? I don't want you guys to hear me tinkle. At least not for free. Okay, be right back.
Yippee! Super chat. 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 Super chat.
Why there's so many arson in chat today, guys? John! Oh, Rapid, thank you so much for upgrading to the Ceravants. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. John! Jose, Smoky, Thiago, Silent, Rapid, Taco, XG, Cockman. Thank you guys so much for the pea soups, guys. Why are we arsoning today? What's going on? Are you guys, like, out for blood? Yeah, scatter. You better scatter. Not enough water? Don't worry, I peed so much pee. Like, I don't know if I should be describing the amount of pee I just peed out, but it was a whole load of pee, guys. Alright, let's wrap up for today, and then I'll give out the kisses, but, I think gallons, yes, gallons. That is actually the correct use for that term, gallons, right? Tell me yes. Say it is so, guys. So for this week, tomorrow, I'm going to do an ASMR stream. It's gonna be a roleplay stream. I have it right now. I have the waiting room set right now for 9 p.m. PDT. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it for that time. I'm going to try my best to make it for 9 p.m. PDT. But it's Monday tomorrow, so I'll be at the hospital trying to figure out what is going on with the infection. And hopefully I don't have to stay there a whole day, but it is what it is. It's happened before, so I'm not going to say it's not going to happen again. But hopefully I get to go home early, and I get to start stream on time at 9 p.m. Today is Monday. No, not for time zones. Otherwise it might start a bit later, like when today's stream started. But I don't know. I don't like having the stream that late. I'm still so sad we lost that. We're gonna have the members ASMR RP for sure, John. So don't worry. You know, that one is a bit more intimate, so I really have to, like, be in the mood for it and to make sure I don't cry. So but no, we're still gonna get that. We're gonna get the continuation of that. So don't worry, okay? Gonna treat you guys right. Kawa, that is exactly the correct time. You're so smart. And then on Tuesday, I have my monthly Morvaria collab with Maeve scheduled on my channel. I think Tuesday should be okay. I think Tuesday is the day I'm staying home, so I don't anticipate there being a change in that schedule. But yeah, I don't know. My mom could come home with another mental breakdown, and then we'll have to play it by ear. But hopefully we can do the Morvaria collab, because I'm really looking forward to more Wincest. Yeah, very normal amount of Wincest this week. Let's see. Let me check my schedule. Now there might be another collab with Rhubarb, but I'm not sure when that's gonna be yet. And then on Wednesday, I think I might have a members only stream. It's not gonna be an ASMR stream, so you don't have to be there. But saying it like the ASMR streams are the only streams you need to come to. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but we'll see how it goes on Wednesday. But that's the plan for this week. I want to stream more. I want to do a mystery dungeon stream or a horse game stream, but we'll see. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I don't even know what's gonna happen tomorrow, so hopefully no more unexpected issues arise, because I don't know if I can take it anymore. I'm gonna be honest. Losing my whole damn mind. But seriously, yapping with you guys, has helped a lot. It's kept my mind off of so many terrible, terrible things. I don't even have the energy in me to talk with a higher pitched voice. Like, I know talking like this is going to make my voice die tomorrow. I'm trying my best, but I'm just so tired. Man. For those of you who don't know, if I talk like this, like if I talk with a lower voice, which is what I'm most comfortable talking with, like this is how I would normally sound, it fucks up my vocal cords. I've been talking wrong my whole life, actually. But I'm so tired, guys. I'm not doing it because I want to sound like a VTuber, or if I'm trying to like get a VTuber voice, or like I'm voice acting. Like, I'm not even doing that. I'm doing it because when I talk like this for too long, I die. Everything is just so sad. It's all so pathetic. Thank you. Maybe you guys should get your ears checked. Hey? No, it's really funny because I looked back at like one of my oldest VODs ever. It's not available online anymore to the public. I've taken it all down. But this was like when I first started streaming, and I had a really shitty mic. I had like a $30 mic. When I first started streaming, I only discovered this like recently, like a year ago, that I was talking wrong. So when I first started streaming, I would talk normally how I would normally talk. But, you know, as a streamer, you kind of have to keep talking over and over and over again, right? And I listened to one of my oldest VODs ever, and I was like, man, how did I talk like that? And I know how I talk like that. I was in so much pain every single time I finished a stream. I'm like, not even kidding you guys. It's like, damn, why the fuck do I sound like that? It was really funny. Yeah, I felt like maybe I just wasn't used to talking for that long periods of time, and I got more water, and I was like, okay, you know, maybe once I got used to it, it would get better, but it never got better. And it got to a point where it was so bad, I could not talk for 2 weeks straight. Like, I couldn't even make sounds because I was in so much pain. And I was like, oh, maybe something is wrong here. Yeah, I'm planning on. She kind of sounded like a guy. Yeah, so you're gonna hear this more and more, because I am just way too tired to put too much attention into how I sound, and I'm probably gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna very much regret it. I'm gonna very much regret not taking care of my vocal cords. Sarah Dudaria. Well, this isn't my natural voice. My natural voice, if you really think about it, my natural voice is the higher pitch voice because that's how my voice is meant to come out. But this is just the voice I got lazy with. And this is the voice that I ended up with. I think it's really cool though how with VTubers you can basically choose, right? Like how you want to sound. And people don't really question you. And I really like that. But I think I don't know, I think this is more of a very strictly like VTuber story. If you're not a VTuber, you won't understand what it's like. But I really like it when I've watched a VTuber for a really long time and then I get to collab with them, but then during our collabs we get to talk like off stream as well, right? And then they don't talk with their VTuber voice. Like they talk with it like their natural voice. They don't talk with their VTuber voice, and I'm like, wow, you are so talented and so skilled. Like how do you keep that up for hours? Because I can't even talk normally, and you're able to talk in so many different ways? That's crazy. I just think it's silly. My immersion! Ah! But I think it's really cool. I'm not saying like, oh, all VTubers are using a VTuber voice. No, not at all, right? But I think it's silly. I think it's just, I don't know. My little treat. I know what your Oshi actually sounds like. Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. People always have like stigma. They're like, oh my gosh, using a voice changer? That's cringe. I don't know. Like, whether or not you use a voice changer, whether or not you just put on a different voice, I think that's incredible. You're really playing the part and you're really curating and creating this experience that's unique and just special to yourself and your audience, you know? I don't know. I like it. I think it's cute. I think it's sweet. And I think that's what makes VTubing so cool. Let's see. What else do I got going on? I don't know. You'd be surprised. A lot of VTubers use voice changers. Even if it's like just a little bit. I think it's the same thing as voice acting, putting on a different voice, right? If it makes things easier for you, go for it. Yeah, everyone's putting on a performance. Am I actually a carbuncle? I don't know. Yeah, plenty of VTubers pull off really, really well. Yeah, also it could be a privacy thing. Like, not everybody wants their voice, their actual voice out there. Maybe, like, they are well known, you know? Or even if they're not well known, like, it makes sense. I just think VTubers are really cool, and even though I would never date a VTuber, I can appreciate VTubers. I would never date one though. Like, bruh, imagine being like, that's my boyfriend. What does he do? He's a VTuber. Sorry, VTubers in chat. It's like, I don't know how you guys deal with it. Like, oh, are you married? Yes, I'm married. I'm married to my VTuber wife. That's how you introduce your wife, right? When people ask, that's how you respond, right? Please say yes. $100. You bet. Thank you. That makes me really happy. Okay. Let me pull up my list. I show them your channel. Good, good. Another subscriber. Alright, kisses for everybody. Ceratonin! I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that this was probably a little bit of an emotional whiplash. Like, we started off with something really, really serious. And then we started talking about trashy reality TV shows and minions who worked for Hitler. Kind of crazy. I know. But I hope you guys had fun. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for yapping with me. I'm not lying when I say I appreciate you guys so much, okay? Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you guys so much. Really. I keep saying it and I don't really know how I can show you guys exactly what I mean, but I hope that at the end of this day, when you go about your daily lives, whether it's to sleep, the wage cage, or anything else, you carry a little bit of me with you because I really do care about you and I love you a lot. Zayo, thank you so much for becoming a Ceratonin. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. We have a ton of new Ceravants. A really long list. I'm gonna be a little bit fast about this one this time because it is very late and I have to wake up early to go to the hospital again. But I want to give you guys the kisses that you deserve. Thank you for supporting me, everyone. Mwah. David, thank you for becoming a Ceravant today. Mwah. Rabbit, thank you so much for upgrading. Mwah. Cock, thank you for upgrading as well. Mwah. I'll add the new ones, the new Ceravants to my description after the stream, okay? So don't worry. Cairo, thank you. Mwah. Blood Moon, thank you. Mwah. Saldor, thank you. Mwah. Slow, thank you. Mwah. Psycho, thank you. Mwah. Red Gear, thank you. Mwah. Craig, thank you. Mwah. Sawyer, thank you. Mwah. Apple, thank you. Mwah. FX or XR. I'm gonna call you XR from now on if that's okay. Thank you. Mwah. The Hungry Swede, thank you. Mwah. Gojo, mwah. Whitley, mwah. I know, Gojo, crazy with it. Final, mwah. Wive, mwah. Nico, mwah. Alexi, mwah. Beck, mwah. Toby, mwah. Kawa, mwah. Fue, mwah. Martin, Showing. Ice. Kitsune. Grandma. I know, Gojo is a tier 3 sub. John, Nuclear. Zings. Desbrook. Nahuel. Noble. Conjuval. Smiley. Anka. Johnny. Taco 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 taco. Fox. Mike. Morev. Alec. Halhorn. JonJonH. mdem. Chaotix. Bernie. Exceed. Firemaker. Tony. Good morning, by the way. Mimy. Harper. Sora. Delta. Hotchick. Smoky. And Thiago. And to my cute little creatures, Bodo, my weirdo. And Spicy Wings, my sussy baka. Thank you guys so much for being my army of Ceravants and creatures. I love you guys so much, truly. Okay? I'm gonna get emotional again. I just don't want to end stream. Every time I end stream, I have to go back to the terrible life that I live. Very depressing. Let's see who's streaming. Let's read Ariel. Ariel is having her birthday celebration. I was supposed to be part of Ariel's call-ins and stuff, but with everything going on, I have severely neglected my social obligations, and I feel really bad. So please tell Miss Ariel I said hi. Wish her a happy birthday, and I will for sure see you guys tomorrow night, okay? I don't know at what time exactly, but I will be doing some ASMR just to de-stress. I gotta get it out of my system, okay? I'm gonna be really clingy, and it might be a little bit cringe and a little bit embarrassing, but bear with me. Oh, maybe some of you will enjoy it. Maybe you'll like it. But yes, we will meet again very soon. Tomorrow. Be there or be square. Actually, be there or be a Dorito, because I don't like it when you're shaped like a Dorito. Too pointy. Not enough roundness in you. And I'm gonna be really clingy and really cringe, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna like it, okay? Have a good night or have a good day. No matter where you are, take care of yourself and be happy, be healthy, okay? Really, if you take care of yourself, that means you're taking care of me, okay? Do it for me. Good night, everyone. Mwah, 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 mwah. Sleep well, okay? Bye bye. Bye bye.